G'day guys, welcome back. Look what I've got. This is a 30 centimetre by 60 centimetre canvas, 12 by 24 inches. So 24 inches is about the biggest I can fit in my doggy pool. This is a 30-inch across doggy pool. Well, actually I think if you search eBay, it's a portable dog bath. It's also a kiddie pool, whatever. It's a fold-up plastic thing. Excellent for spin pouring. Because when you're not using it anymore, you can just fold it up and stick it away. And because it's plastic, you know, the paint will peel off when it's drying. So you can do that. But I've just lined it with pedal pads, and I'll get a few pours out of it and then I'll throw the pedal pads away. I think what I'm going to do, I was going to do like 3 stripes. But I think I'm going to do 5 flowers and spin them and see what happens. I don't want too much paint. I'd like, if possible, a little bit of white negative space. So we'll see what happens with that one. Now this big one that I did the other day is dry on the edges. It's just a little bit wet in the middle still. See how the middle's a bit scrunched up? Because I didn't loosen the bottom by tilting like this. I didn't loosen the middle. But it is drying beautifully. I'll bring it up for a close-up so that you can see. I don't think the photos that I put up on Facebook really did it justice. It kind of looked a bit, I don't know, reddish, orange-ish. It's more of a pink burgundy. I'll just turn it like this so that you can see all the sections. So yeah, it's turned out really pretty. I was so tempted to scrape it because see these areas here where I don't have any lacing, I didn't blow the white properly over the top. There's a little bit of lacing there. I don't know if you can catch the gold. Not really, but yeah, it's pretty. I'll keep it. She's a keeper. All right, so that's her. I'll focus back again. Not sure what I'll do with this one, but I'll give it a varnish. I've got a couple of big ones to varnish now. All right, let me get my gloves on. Now this one I'm doing blues and greens. I don't know how it's going to work. I haven't even tried multiple flowers ever. So I'm just going to jump straight in and do a spin, multiple bloom, and see what happens, okay? So I've got my blues and my greens. I've got navy, turquoise. It's turquoise with a bit of blue added. I've got a dark teal, which is phthalo blue and phthalo green. I've got a bright green. There's not much left in that actually. You might have to get my other green out. And then I've got plain phthalo blue. So those are my colours. Okay, nerve-wracking again. I keep doing these huge things that I've never done before, but I'm just going to go for it. All right, that's what I'm using for my pillow, white wall paint, low sheen. Okay, and I've put some double-sided tape underneath this canvas just to hold it in place. Glug, 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 glug. It's going to take quite a bit of pillow paint, isn't it? I think that should be enough. Alright, I'm not going to move it. I can touch it up later. Actually, no, I will just bring it into like a rectangle. Just because I think it'll be easier. And my OCD is telling me, no, I'm not really OCD. It's just telling me that it needs to be more uniform. All right. Now I wonder if that's dipping a bit in the middle of the weight. Because there's nothing underneath this, I'd actually put something under there. I'm just worried that it's going to dip because the side of the canvas, whoops, the side of the canvas is just sitting, there's nothing underneath. So I'm worried that it's going to dip in the middle. Oh, it's too big. All right, I should have thought about this earlier, shouldn't I? What else can I use? I just need something not too thick. Maybe this one. Only really needs to be half of that. No, that's not it either. All right, I'll cut that in half because I don't need it to be double thickness. Just need a little bit of padding underneath it to support it so it doesn't sink in the middle. Whoops! Trials and errors of a big canvas. All right, so I put that there. Hopefully that'll be enough just to stop it from moving. Now I need to make sure that I'm back. See, I had all this organised before I turned the video on, made sure that it was going to all fit. Oops, now I'm knocking everything over. Make sure I've got clearance all the way through. Yes, I do. All right, let's stick that down. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, you can see you've learned something, hey? You've learned something. As long as you learn something on each video. And I've got my cell activator. That is 3:1 Floetrol with titanium white. That colours are all my pouring medium, which I've gone through the recipe heaps of times with Jo Sonjas paints. Righto, let's get to this. I'm just going to use my little nozzle. Okay, that's probably the middle. Alright, so that's the navy. So navy on 2, teal on 2, and as I said, I'm going to try and have a little bit of negative space. Now I need a light colour. There's no point putting two dark colours on top of each other. Because you just won't see a good effect. So turquoise on the teal. What have I used? Okay, I've used the navy. Now let's go with the phthalo blue. A little bit there. And then you haven't had the navy yet, have you? No. So let's put the navy on you. And then a bit of green. Haven't got much green left. I think that'll do for the green. That's about all I've got. So let's put you away. Okay, what else? What else? Oh, this. I haven't got this one yet. This kind of turquoise blue. Phthalo blue. They don't all have to have the same, I don't think. What do you need? Give you a little bit of teal. A little bit of teal, a little bit of teal. Sounds like TLC, doesn't it? Tender, loving cell enhancer. Okay, now, oh, you haven't got turquoise, aqua. They don't all have to have exactly the same. So light, dark, light, dark. I think that'll do. Yep, it'll do. I don't have to all have the same. Now, I don't know whether to use my hairdryer or my blower. I think I better use my blower because the hairdryer is going to be too powerful. I'm just going to do one bloom at a time. That's my little barbecue fan blower that I got on eBay. And let's start at the very beginning. Now the cell activator really needs to be about the same size as that blob on top there, like so. If it doesn't work, I'll use my hairdryer, but I think I want to use the blower. So just pushing that white over the top of the other colours. Lovely. All right, that's one done. One down. 4 to go. And I love how you can turn your painting around, you know, to blow the other half. Oh, sticking my fingers in it. Now, because the colour underneath the cell activator is different, we're going to get a different colour of lacing because the cell activator takes on the colour of whatever's underneath of it. So they'll still all have the same sort of colour scheme, but they'll just be a little bit different, which is what I want. Alright, now try not to, like if you've got lacing, try not to blow over the top of your lacing that you've just created. Otherwise you'll disrupt your lacing. In and across. Try and blow that white across your other colours. Okay. And lucky last, lucky last. Love my little barbecue blower. It's great for small projects like this. If you're going to go with the big projects, you know, your big canvases, you probably will need a hairdryer, but for the little guys, the barbecue blower is just brilliant. Does a great job. Because you don't want to disrupt too much paint, you know. Woohoo! I'm done! First step. Whew. It's always the hardest. The blow. But you guys have seen me use the hairdryer for the big canvases, and the little ones for the little canvases and tiles. So now while that's just sitting there, I'm going to just help this paint out, just while we're waiting for all the middles to come back to the middle. And I don't mind if I get a little bit of white negative space in between these. I don't know that I will, because I've got so much. I did end up putting quite a lot of puddle down, didn't I? So I don't know, we'll see what happens. First time for this for me. I've never done a multi-bloom before. I've done a double bloom where I poured a puddle, blew it out, poured another puddle in the middle, and then blew that out. So I had like two blooms, a double bloom. It's a shame I didn't do three of these ones, because these are better colours. See the bright blue against the white is much prettier, I think, than the turquoise under the white. And it also makes a difference because the turquoise is an opaque, whereas this phthalo blue is a semi-transparent. So the opaque one wants to sit on top more, and the semi-transparent is happy to fall through and let the other colours come through. So that's the difference. But yeah, they'll both be pretty. Okay, are we ready? Oh my gosh. Please work, please work, please be nice. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I've just lost two. All of a sudden, I've just lost two. Well, that was that was a waste of paint. Oh my gosh. Just right off the bat, two gone. Never mind. Oh yeah, that was funny. Oh no, I'm losing another one. And the middle's not doing much at all. Okay, so lesson learned. Put them closer to the middle. Oh, but these are gorgeous. No, I'm losing it. Oh no. Oh gosh, I just dripped in the middle. Oh. So the middle one's really not doing much at all. And I'm losing the sides. All right, well, that was a lesson learned. Get back up there. Paper's sticking, it's falling down. Very pretty though, but losing them. Oh my gosh. Maybe tilting would have been better. Let's try and save this. Let's put some little bits in. Just try and save this baby. Now I'm going to do the blue on top of a couple of them. This one's probably just going to get tilted right off, isn't it? I haven't got any more of that green left. I'm going to have to go with my lighter green. It's more of a lime. No! Get back up there. Where's my tape gone? A little bit depressing. All those gorgeous blooms just getting blown right off the edge. But that's all right. I've learned something. Oh, I did. I learned something. What don't I have yet? Okay. Hopefully these won't go flying. I've only made them little. Hopefully they won't go flying off too much. I get to use my blower some more. Yay! It's always a good thing. Although my pillow underneath's not very... I haven't got much pillow left, have I? I don't know whether that's going to make much of a difference. Maybe it will, because I haven't got much pillow left to move everything around on these ones. Or maybe I had too much pillow in the first place, and that's why it all... Well, this is not working very well, you guys, without the pillow underneath. Maybe I had too much pillow, and that's why my paint all flew off the edge. Oh, turn them off. There we go, back on. Yeah, it's not working nearly as well without that pillow underneath. So maybe next time have like a really thin pillow. Or maybe I could just do lots of little ones like this. That's alright, I'm experimenting. I'm in experimental mode today. As long as I learn something from this, it's all good. But hey, oh my gosh, blues and greens. They are amazing, aren't they? So not as much... Actually, no, I was going to say not as much happening, but it is happening. It's just taking a lot longer because I haven't got that pillow underneath. It's all thinned out. So maybe the moral to this pour is lots of little pours. Maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's what I can do next time, do lots of little blooms. And like they can all be touching and intertwined and things like that. Or maybe the tilting just, maybe the spinning just isn't the right technique for multiple blooms. We'll see. Gee, I'm making a mess of my table here. Okay, now these little guys are probably not going to do very much because there's really not much pillow underneath them, but let's try anyway, hey? Got nothing to lose but a little bit of paint. This one's nearly gone. Such a shame. I wasted so much paint. Well, actually, it wasn't a lot of paint. You know, it's only a couple of tablespoons, really. All right, let's go again. That was a really big one. Try and get this paint moving. I like to move it, move it. But lesson learned. Less pillow paint. Smaller puddles, and yeah, maybe thin the pillow paint out a little bit. Okay, so you've just gone, haven't you? I did want a bit of negative space. It just probably looks a bit odd because I've got one big bloom in the middle. I wonder if I've got enough paint to go again. Yeah, I've got enough paint to go again, but I'm a little bit nervous about going again because I didn't do a very good job of it this time. What if I stuff it up again? I did want some negative space. I'd like you to go over the corner if you would, please. Yeah, I don't like it because see it's got half a bloom here and half a bloom there. Here a bloom, there a bloom. Okay, now I'm just being stupid. I think I need a coffee. All right, here we go. Let's just do that much, okay? Try and wipe my hands so I don't get my little bottles too dirty. Okay, see how this goes. Oh, my turquoise is finished. What else can I use? Oh, that's going to be a bit of a shame, isn't it? I've got no turquoise left. Okay. Now, not so much paint, woman, this time round, please. No, that's the same one. Right, I'm going to cut back on the paint. I'll just do that much. And then you need some of, what have you got? You've got teal under there, haven't you? Okay, let's put you some blue there. And then you can have some of this turquoise on top. And that'll be it. That's all I'm going to do. See if this is any better. I mean, we did get some gorgeous lacing, but you know, this half a bloom, no, just wasn't working for me. Push that white paint over the top of your other colours. Has to be thin enough so that it glides over the top. I do like how the blower kind of pushes into the paint so that the colours are blended, get multicoloured lacing. Whoops, we shouldn't put him upside down on the table while I'm waiting. So these little blowers I just got from eBay. It's called a barbecue fan. So if anybody wants one, they're not real strong. They haven't got a huge amount of power, of blow to them. It's just enough, I find, for little, you know, little canvases or little blooms. All depends on the size of the bloom you're blowing, but yeah, they're not real strong. Strong enough for what I need. I like them. I mean, you could use your mouth, but for me, to do a video, all you're going to see is the back of my head. So, yeah, we don't want to see the back of Julie's head, do we, for 10 minutes while we blow blooms? All right, that's looking good. So with the last one, I had, you know, I put them there. I had quite a lot of white in between, so this time they're all scrunched up, less pillow paint. And like I said, it's just trial and error, practice, practice, practice. It was the first one I did. I had no idea how it was going to work. So I just did what I thought would work, but it didn't work. But that's okay. You learn and you move on. Now I'm just waiting a minute just for that. I can still see a little bit of a dent there. This lime's pretty, isn't it? That was the difference in the two greens. That was the regular green that Jo Sonjas does, and that one I mixed with a little bit of the yellow. Is it? No, I tell a lie. Where's the other green? Oh, I can't find it at the moment. It's in my, that's it there, green light. And then the other one, that's a tube. It's all in my drawer full of tubes, so not sure which one that was. I'd have to dig it out. Okay. Are we ready, spaghetti? Bring it down a little bit because it's all up one end. It looks as if it's all moving nicely. All right, you guys. Oh my gosh, let's try again. Here we go. I could just tilt, couldn't I? But no. I've got it all set up, so I do think that the tilting works better. The centrifugal force pushes everything out in the same kind of direction, so it does work really nicely. Now it's all going up the one end, so let's see if we can center it again. And because I've got my canvas stuck to my turntable, I have to lift the whole turntable. It's obviously got a bit more paint in the middle one than it has here because that's running faster. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, still losing one. Well, obviously, you know, the outsides are going to move faster than the middle. Maybe I need to do the middle one bigger, and then the puddles get smaller as I go out. Do you reckon? Would that work? Whoops. Pushing the sides. Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do. Because I've still lost one off the edge. I don't even know if that middle one's going to get to the sides. Should do. Or maybe this is just not the right technique for these guys, because I've got 3 and a bit. Oh dear. Maybe tilting would have been better. Too late now. It's done. It's not really moving very fast. Maybe I still don't have enough pillow paint. Right, I'm just gonna keep going with it. It'll probably be another scrape or another do-over, but oops, I'm too close to the side here. I am making such a mess, you guys. Might just have to put this one down to a failure. Don't do spins on multiple blooms. Maybe tilt rather, because it's just not working. Still only got, I've got 3 left. I've lost all the others. Okay, that's frustrating. I've lost so much paint. It's not really wanting to move anymore. I was sure that it would work with smaller puddles and closer together, but it really hasn't changed much at all, has it? Not really. Still about the same. And I don't seem to be able to get those off. Just trying to think what solution there could possibly be, but I don't think there is. Don't think there's a solution. I just don't think that the spin technique is a good option for this, for the multiple blooms. But you guys have a go. Let me know what you think. See if it works for you. Certainly not working for me. The centrifugal force in the middle, there's not much force there. It's all on the outside. So I've lost nearly all my blooms. So, oh well. I'm not going to continue with spinning. I'm just going to leave it like that. But these colours, oh my gosh. I'm going to do a big one. I'll scrape this canvas. I'll use it for something else. I'll do my big square one. Obviously that works better. A square or a round works better. I think the long one would still work, but maybe tilting rather, so that you're not spinning everything off. So I'll do that. I'll scrape this. I'll do that another time. Yeah, let me get my gloves off. And I'll say goodbye. I don't think I'll take you in for a close-up. But anyway, experiments don't always work. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Little close-up of the blooms. You know, they're still pretty, but it just didn't work the way I wanted it to work. So yeah, I will keep experimenting and show you guys what works, what doesn't work. But you guys do it too. Let me know what works, what doesn't work. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll be back with some more blues and greens real soon. Okay, bye for now.